We're going across to Tobago, and we're going to chat with Alan Richards, who's the chairman, board of directors, Studley Park Enterprise Limited, as well as Dexter East, who's the general manager of the same. We're going to speak about Studley Park Limited. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning, and let's jump right into it. So, tell us about the accomplishments of Studley Park Enterprise Limited.
Well, Studley Park Enterprise Limited is a wholly owned company of the Tobago House of Assembly. It's a special purpose company that was established at the end of 2016 to take over the operations of the quarry. And the main mandate was reorganization of the Studley Park quarry for greater effectiveness. And out of that, there were 6 or 7 strategic objectives, one of which is to produce quality aggregate. That was the key one, and quality aggregate for both the local, national, and international market, to generate financial returns for the Assembly, to earn foreign currency for the nation, and to generate economic activity using the quarry as the basis for the linkages, the economic linkages that would occur. So to do that, we firstly had to deal with the plant and equipment, and we were able to repair, restore the equipment that was there, bring it into working order. We added new equipment to the rolling stock. We added new equipment to the fixed plant. There are 3 major plants. There's the crushing plant for rock, there's an asphalt plant, and there's also a concrete plant. So we upgraded all of these and had them able to produce material for the nation's use. And as we say that, in terms of the major projects that are occurring, infrastructural projects that are occurring in South Trinidad in particular, we're able to produce and send off the boulders that are being used for protection of the coastline. Right. In order to do that, we also had to renovate and restore the Barbados Bay jetty, from which the material has been loaded out. So right. in essence, we've been able to upgrade the facility, provide a port for loading it out, and more recently, we have been exporting to Guyana. That's a continuing kind of arrangement. So that, in a nutshell, is the key areas of activity that we have been involved in, and have done so, we think, successfully over the past 2 years.
I didn't realize that the work of Studley Park Enterprise spans so far and wide.
Yes.
If I may, we also would have taken over the Goldsboro lab.
Right.
What happened here is that we want, as Mr. Richards mentioned, we want to produce and export and use quality material. So we have taken over this Goldsboro lab, and we have enhanced and we have ensured that whatever is done by the quality trained staff and equipment for export and for national use.
Definitely. Now, there are negative talks such as truckers' inability to get the required aggregate they need. What do you have to say about that?
That is a thing of the past.
Good.
What happened is that previously truckers used to be able to, not being able to come and get aggregate. They would be coming 10, 11, 12, 1 to sleep in their vehicle, and sometimes they don't get. Now, as you come, you are able to purchase and go. The turnaround time can span anywhere between 6 to 15 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's a great turnaround time. So, considering the upgrades that have been undergone and the improvements you all have made, there's clearly great benefit that we see is causing a ripple effect in the level of service you offer.
Certainly. The period at where there was difficulty obtaining materials before we came on stream. In a few months, that was sorted out, so that the ripple effect is at the domestic level, at the national and international level. The thing though, when you say ripple effect, we talk about the generation of other kinds of economic activity, and that's the frontier that we are attempting to pass now in terms of generating other activities, downstream type activities from the rock, and attempting to do high value, low volume projects so that we can in fact keep the life of the quarry longer and help it to provide other kinds of activities for entrepreneurs and business people on the island. We are doing research into the other kinds of products that can be generated from rock, including things like sandpaper, ceramic type stuff that you can get out of the rock. So we're studying the properties, studying work that has been done, scientific work that has been done before, that will allow us to extricate those kinds of materials from the properties of the rock and use it for other kinds of commercial activities.
That is excellent.
And we also use the land that is being now denuded in order to get the rock in the rehabilitation process, that will develop other kinds of industrial activities on that space.
All right, I want to thank you so much, Alan Richards, Chairman, Board of Directors, Studley Park Enterprise Limited, as well as Dexter East, who's the General Manager of the same, for joining us this morning. Great work doing thus far, and we look forward to the future.